A very good evening to all of you guys. This is Yogen from Fosk. Guys, please confirm using chat window if audio is clear to you and the screen is visible. Okay, Yogesh is there, Venkatesh is there, Siddhant is there, Aditya is there, Pranjal is there, Lalit is there, Bharat is there, Santoshni is there, Puneet is there, Shiva is there, Hussein, Vijay, David, okay, Vanki, okay, a lot of people, Vikram. Thank you guys. Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah, Ashish, Rohit, a lot of people responding back, and thanks for the confirmation, guys, once again. Okay. So now, guys, please get settled, and we have a lot of things for today's session. Yeah, good evening, Shruvi ma'am. So, guys, welcome to Fosk once again. This is Yogendra. And guys, this webinar is a webinar for the launch of a new internship batch. And as of now, guys, if I tell you, this internship batch is 16th batch. 15 batches are already successfully executed as of now. Project batch 13, 14, and 15, they are going on. 14 is just about to complete. 13 and 14 are just about to complete, and 15 is going in middle of the program, guys. Okay. Now, guys, what I'm going to talk about during this program for 1 hour, let me quickly, discuss a couple of points, guys, and you will find the details later on. So, guys, again, I repeat, this webinar is about launch of a new internship batch. I will talk about who we are, right? So I will talk about who the Fosk is, what the Fosk technologies is. I will talk about that very briefly, so you will get a very good background about it, who we are. And guys, I'll talk about the team as well, who are the founders, okay? So we'll talk about that as well. Then guys, I'll move to the internship details, what kind of internship this is, okay? And guys, focus of this internship is primarily artificial intelligence, data science, analytics, cloud, and some sort of a web development as a part of the internship as well. And why this internship is based on this domain, because now this domain has become a backbone of a future, guys, right? Almost everything is now driven by AI. So obviously we're going to talk about in more details later on. Then I'll talk about, guys, that where you can use AI in the business, where you can use AI in the industry, where you can find the opportunities, related to data science, AI, and ML, and how come you can, get your entry in this domain, a very exciting world for next 10 years, 15 years at least. Okay. After that, guys, I'll talk about the specific details, that how the program is going to be conducted, how you can join, and a couple of other details. Later on, I will open up for the question answer sessions, guys, so that whatever questions you may have during the webinar session, obviously you can post them using the chat window, and I will read it loud so that everybody also gets what's our answer corresponding to that question. Okay, so guys, a lot of things in pipeline. So guys, please stay tuned. I'm going to start. I'll take around half an hour, and then later on we will have a Q&A session, guys. I hope this is fine with everyone. And I can see a lot of people are already excited, and they are just sending messages to me. Guys, please hold on, and let's settle first, and then see what's there for you, guys, okay? And during such webinars, we have seen people from the industry as well, and people from the academics as well. So we have participants from students community, as well as from the professional community. Even people from working in Amazon, people in Qualcomm, people working in Google join our webinars and join our internship programs as well. So guys, let's start on that. First of all, guys, who the FOSC is, what the FOSC Technologies is. Okay, so guys, FOSC was founded in 2015, and the founding members are Dr. Sylvester and me. This is Yogendra. We started this in 2015. Prior to starting this FOSC, we have worked together in multiple companies, in Japanese companies, JetDrive, in Qualcomm India, in Mango Technologies, in other couple of companies in IT space, and we live together in Bangalore, Hyderabad, China, Japan, and US, guys. Okay. Now, guys, FOSC has two businesses primarily. Okay. FOSC has two businesses. With one name, we have FOSC Technologies as a one part of the team. And other one is FOSC Coding School. Listen, guys, carefully. Okay, so FOSC has two divisions, clear-cut divisions, FOSC Technologies. Guys, FOSC Technologies is primarily into consulting and project development, IT projects particularly, and IT projects development, that too in the domain of AI, machine learning, data science, analytics, cloud, that's the case here. The FOSC Coding School is an academy, guys. Okay, it's an academy. What we do exactly in this academy? FOSC Academy is there for students and professionals to build a career in data science and analytics. We help people to make a move in this domain, to make a career in this domain. And so far, during such internship programs, around 500 students have joined these programs. And a lot of people have successfully made a move. A couple of them are still in their undergraduate studies, so they will move later on. But a lot of people, they move to new companies having a higher salary. They were struggling for the job. Okay, they were passed out, but were not getting any opportunities after such programs. Their resume got better. They were able to showcase a couple of projects in the resume that enabled them to get selected for the interview rounds, and they were able to successfully make a move into the company as a data analyst or as a data scientist or a machine learning engineer particularly. If you want to know more details about what the FOSC is, guys, and who the founders are, I have 2-3 links for you, and maybe you can visit them in your leisure time once this webinar is over. So guys, I have shared the LinkedIn profiles of Dr. Sylvester and me as well. And I have also shared one link where we were recently featured by Your Story Media. Your Story is one of the India's largest digital platform for startups. So guys, you can have more details there. So that was a quick a kind of a overview of what we do in FOSC. Now guys, moving to the next part of this webinar. Guys, recently, but at least for last 2-3 years, right, data science or AI, which is artificial intelligence, or machine learning, or deep learning, or analytics, all of these make a single domain actually, and in fact cloud. Okay, these new technologies now has become a backbone of a future. Almost every company, whether it's a IT company, non-IT company, everybody is investing in these technologies. They are preparing the platforms for the future. They are improving the revenues using these technologies and these platforms. They are investing on their employees. They are preparing them for the future. They are looking for the people who are already good into these domains. Now, guys, if I talk about a couple of numbers that how I can justify this statement that, why I'm saying so. So guys, right now, the global machine learning market is growing at a rate of 44%. Big one, actually. right? And this is expected to grow at this pace from 2017 to 2024. This is the expected growth of this global market related to machine learning and AI. And that's how you can see where there is a growth, there is a job opportunities, obviously, right? So if you talk about economy of any country, let's say, uh, any country can only give a job to a new generation if that country is growing at least at 10% or 8% GDP growth. If a developing nation has such growth, obviously all the new generation people will get a job there. That means the country will become more prosperous. Otherwise, no jobs. If the country is just growing at a 4% or 3%, the people will not get the job actually, right? So it will become a stagnant economy that way. Now, guys, by searching out various job portals, maybe Indeed, maybe Monster, okay, maybe Naukri, right? As of now, if you search, right, the jobs in this domain, around 98,000, job positions worldwide will list machine learning as a required skill, right? Around 98,000 job vacancies, job roles worldwide will list machine learning as a required skill. And recently, right, even in the Hindi newspapers, even in the regional newspapers, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, Kannada, you talk about any regional language in India, at least, right, these newspapers are writing the articles, what's the AI is, what is going to happen, right? So guys, and almost all great leaders in the IT industry, they have been talking about this. You talk about Bill Gates, you talk about Elon Musk, you talk about Mark Cuban, you talk about our local leaders from India, maybe Premji, maybe Murthy, or maybe any IT leader. They are saying that AI and ML is transforming their businesses. So Google is no more a search company nowadays, right? Google is 100% AI company nowadays. It was used to be a search company earlier, but not now anywhere. Google Maps is one of the finest product they have right now, guys. Google Maps, and it is enabled from the data given by us. Our mobile phones are pushing the data to the Google Map, and that's why they can show you where the traffic is, where the traffic is not, what would be the expected time of arrival, and all those things, right? So here you can see that how come they have built such a beautiful product, and this is kind of a crowdsourcing, right? That how come the your mobile device is actually fueling that product every day, every single second, right? That data is being fetched by Google. And because a lot of people are using Android devices, so obviously uh, it's easy for them to figure out what's going on in terms of traffic and path. Now guys, if I drill down and talk about that, what are the businesses, what are the industry use cases where data science or AI or ML is being used, right? Almost every domain is nowadays, guys, using AI and ML. Okay, if I list down particular sectors for you guys, that what are the particular sectors where AI, ML, and data science is being used heavily. So guys, telecom is one of the sector, right? Telecom is one of the sector. In telecom, people are using AI, data science for predictive maintenance that will enable them to know which machine is going to require a maintenance in near future. That's how a data science system will help them, right? What is the lifetime value of a customer, right? So those things are very much needed. These are the KPIs of a telecom sector. The data science is helping them a lot there. Okay, you talk about the financial services. Okay, you talk about the final services, that how come the various financial services are using data science and AI. So if you talk about portfolio management, the account management, right, that how you will help a customer, that where they need to invest, okay, what are the options to make investment, okay, how a company which is into financial services, let's say Visa, let's say Mastercard, let's say Rupee, how they will detect a fraud detection, okay, how they will predict a credit score, okay. And nowadays, guys, you must have heard a term called algorithmic trading, a very a hot topic nowadays, okay. Algorithmic trading, what do you mean by algo trading or algorithmic trading, guys? uh, Algorithmic trading is it's kind of a technical platform where there is no manual intervention. It's a completely automated algorithmic based platform that puts your money, right, that invests your money and tries to have the maximum ROI, which is return on investment. Okay, so there are lots of applications nowadays, a lot of platforms are there. You must have heard about a platform called Zerodha, right? It's an Indian company. They have been doing fabulous in this domain, and they have been using ML and AI concepts. They have been applying algorithmic trading concepts. Even they provide the APIs. You can integrate the services of the Zerodha in your own app. You can build your own app if you are good into any mobile application development a platform, and you know how to integrate machine learning and AI into that. It would be a fantastic product if you're an entrepreneur, if you want to do something like that. Okay, people in healthcare, okay, people in healthcare, they have been using uh, machine learning and AI, particularly in detection and diagnosis, in treatment recommendation, guys, okay, that what would be the right treatment for a particular patient in a particular disease, okay, whether it's a terminal illness or what. So depending on all those conditions, so there is a treatment recommendation. Machine is automatically recommending a treatment, right? And that how come the global companies, right, the Indian companies were able to find out a vaccine for COVID-19 in just 1 year because of heavy uses of artificial intelligence. That means using artificial intelligence, using machine learning, there is a discovery of a new drugs, and that used to take around 10 years, right, or 5 years at least, right? Now these things are helping, AI is helping companies to come with a new effective drug in just 1 year. That is the real example we can see. Okay, AI ML has got a very good use case in education sector as well, like content analytics, performance of the students, performance of the participants, okay, how to measure that, what to recommend to the people who are participating in that program, right? What are the missing gaps there, how a particular student or particular participant can improve, how you can give a one-to-one feedback. Okay, although in the internship program, although in the course, although in the class, there are hundreds of students, but how come your AI enabled platform is tracing each and every student in an individual pattern and can pinpoint you that what is needed to improve, right? Whether this guy is doing good, where he or she needs an improvement. This is all going through AI, guys, as a AI as an engine is working behind those kind of platforms. Travel industry is using a lot of AI enabled products, AI enabled services, right? Dynamic pricing, right? Prediction system, user experience management, how customers are feeling, right? How what kind of reviews they're writing on the site or on the Google, how come in automated system can identify all this. Fraud detection is also one of the area where travel industry is heavily relied on AI systems, guys. Okay, retail, okay, whether you talk about Walmart, you talk about any retail chain, price optimization, supply chain planning, okay, optimized route planning, all of these things are handled by the AI systems nowadays. Even in the e-commerce company. So guys, Why I'm particularly focusing on the e-commerce, because in this internship we are going to take a real project development activity, and that project is from one of our customer who is working in e-commerce domain. They have a website for gems and jewelry. Okay, and we have recently worked with them. We developed a project for them, we delivered to them, and we have taken the problem statement for this internship program from that scenario as well. Guys, we have already solved a similar business problem, so guys, we will take that business problem here as well, and you will complete a one major project related to that e-commerce domain, guys. Okay, so that's why, I'm telling you that why, how come the e-commerce industry is also using AI services, particularly in customer reviews, a classification. What kind of reviews people are writing on the site? Okay, are they happy with the product? Are they not happy with the product? Okay, so all of these things can be automated using AI enabled, platforms or AI enabled, software systems. So, we are going to have a one big project during this 3 months internship program, guys, and this is going to be a really challenging, and this will be really loved by you. I can guarantee you around that you will really love that product development, guys. Okay, we'll talk about in more details now, guys, what the challenge as of now IT industries are facing in this domain. Let me talk about that challenge now. That what is the challenge, these companies are facing who are working on these platforms, which need AI people, which need AI resources, right? That the problem is very, kind of highlighted in almost every blog or article or newspaper information. Okay, that industry is facing a massive shortage of skilled resources who have experience on project implementation, who have experience on problem solving, right? You may have you may be very good in Python, but have you done any project on Python? You may be very good in Java, but have you developed any project on Java? You may list down that you know HTML and CSS in your resume, but have you ever developed any project around that, right? You know that I know machine learning. Okay, I have a certificate, I attended that webinar, but have you ever developed a project that you can list down your resume? That's more important, rather than just simply, okay, rather than just simply saying that I know Python, I know, AML. Nobody is going to listen to you, actually, right? Until and unless you do not list down the project in greater detail, and you do not have a GitHub page, okay, in future, guys, no one is going to look at your resume, and that I can tell you. Okay, so, and this is the internship, guys, which will give you this opportunity where during this internship you work on a real project, develop it, post on the GitHub, add on your resume, make a strong mark during the interview process. Okay, and get a job in this domain, guys. That's what we have been doing, and that's what people are giving a feedback to us from the previous batches. Okay, now, guys, how are the details of this internship? Let's talk about a couple of details here, guys. Okay, and then we'll talk about a couple of more things, guys. Now, as of now, as I already told you guys, so far 500 plus students and professionals have joined this kind of internship. Okay, and we have designed this internship for you to help to make a move, okay, in AI career. Okay, once this internship is complete, guys, once this internship is over, successfully completed, you will get a letter of internship. Okay, you will get a letter of internship, a letter of experience. You will even get a letter of recommendation. If you are applying for a foreign university, a program to join MS or something like that. Okay, so you will get those kind of documents once you guys successfully complete it. Okay, now, guys, this program, this internship is 3 months long, and along with lots of mini projects. I'm not going to talk about those. Along with lots of mini projects, guys, okay, you are going to work on a major project that will involve almost everything, starting from Python, starting from pandas, okay, your machine learning libraries, your deep learning libraries, your web scraping, your Selenium tool, your cloud tools, right, your web development tools. It is going to include everything, and that's why I'm telling you guys, it is going to be a major activity that you will experience. Okay, now guys, if I talk about, let me, okay, put in this couple of, okay, I can paste it there, guys, for you. Okay, I'm telling you a couple of details regarding the internship, guys. What I'm telling you, during this internship, guys, you learn, and along with the learn, you work on the project as well. So learning and immediately using those learnings to implement the project is the core feature of this internship program for 3 months. Okay, so it's a kind of a course come internship that you can, understand. But why we say internship? Because in this internship you are going to get a real exposure to the industry practices. Okay, this. And guys, one more thing that I want to highlight: if you successfully complete this internship, guys, I repeat again, if you successfully complete this internship, we guarantee 3 interviews minimum, guys. Okay, we guarantee 3 interviews for you with our partner companies. With our partner companies, you will get at least 3 opportunities for the interview. Are you getting my point, guys? This is, a kind of exciting offering from our side. If you are sincere, if you guys follow the instructions, if you guys are involved, okay. And these partner companies are across India. These couple of them are startups, couple of them are building their own products, couple of them are big companies as well. Okay, and you will get a good exposure to while working in these companies once this internship is over. Okay, and these internships can be physical and can be remote. It depends, how the situation comes in the future. Okay, so depending on that scenario, that would be there. Okay, and guys, don't worry, I'm getting a lot of questions from now, guys. We are going to prepare you. Okay, we are going to prepare you from scratch, guys. Okay, this this internship will prepare you from scratch. If even if you have no knowledge around Python, that's okay. If you have no knowledge around ML, that's okay. We will prepare you and make you, successful in your career move, guys. Okay, let me have a couple of more details, guys. Okay, what we are going to cover. Okay, what we are going to cover. Yeah, Arya, I'll answer all of your questions, guys. Don't worry. Just give me 10 more minutes and then I'm open for the question answers. Okay, now guys, couple of more things. Okay, the coverage during this 3 months internship program, right? Coverage, what we are going to cover, guys. Obviously, coding is one of the main feature. Okay, you will analytics would be covered. Okay, visualization would be covered. Okay, ML would be covered, DL would be covered, data engineering part would be covered. Okay, NLP would be covered. Okay, how to build a model and how to deliver it to the client. Okay, as a pickle file or something like that. So that would be the case, guys. Okay, how you make a delivery to the client ultimately, right? So building the machine learning models and saving them. Okay, data scrapping. Okay, using Selenium and all, right? Selenium is one of the best automation tool, guys. Okay, industry uses. Okay, dashboard creation, a web-based dashboard, guys. It would be a web application. Okay, cloud. So these are the high level, okay, overviews. These are the high level overviews. And if I talk about particularly that what are the tools, guys, that we are going to, okay, what are the tools that we are going to work on, guys? So guys, for coding, we would be using Python. For analytics, we would be using pandas and numpy. For visualization, guys, we would be using matplotlib and dash. That is a very popular module, guys, okay. And we would be using sklearn for machine learning, guys. We would be using keras for deep learning. We would be using even Power BI and Tableau, guys. I'm listing down a couple of tools, guys, very popular in industry, okay. We would be using Selenium for web scraping and automation, guys. We would be using database, SQL and all, right? We would be using SQLite 3 as a database. SQLite 3, okay. SQLite 3 as a database, okay. We would be using cloud services from AWS and Azure. And guys, this is not just only learning. You have to build a project, right? Using all these tools. You have to build a project using all these tools, right? And we are going to help you build that bigger project for you. And guys, once we start this internship, this internship is starting from Monday, guys. The next Monday. Okay, this internship is starting from next Monday, guys. Okay, and on the first day, I will talk about the problem statement given by the client in greater details, and I will also discuss the solution architecture for that. Okay, a solution architecture for that. So guys, let me share these details as well with you over there. So guys, that's what we do. Okay, now guys, this program is 3 months long, and we will share a schedule with you where we talk about what is the weekly target for us, right guys? So we will share a schedule with you in an Excel sheet, okay, that will talk about a weekly schedule for us. Every week, guys, you are going to work on set of mini projects. Every week, guys, we will have, live sessions. So minimum 3 live sessions every week. And guys, we would be using Slack as a communication platform. So guys, 2 sessions would be there on the Slack every week. So guys, that means in the week, 5 days we guys are engaged, right? Monday to Friday are the engagement days for us, okay. During this week, every week we will have minimum 3 live sessions, okay. And then we'll move to the Slack where we'll use the Slack for mini project work for and you guys will have to upload your solutions on the Slack. Slack is a very powerful tool used by the teams, guys, okay, in the IT teams, and we will let you know how to use Slack. I'm not going to tell about the Slack today, but it's a very powerful communication tool, guys. We will introduce you to the Slack on Monday in the first session itself. Okay, guys, every day you will have to spend around 1.5 hours for this. 1 hour for the session, maybe a live session or maybe a session on Slack. Rest half an hour would be required by your end, from your end, where you need to work on the given statement, you work on the given task and submit it, guys, okay. And there would be assessments as well for you. There would be a feedback for you where you need to improve, guys, okay. So you will have live sessions, we will have webinars, we will have mini projects, we will have assessments, and guys, finally, right, and timings are same, guys, every day from 7:30 to 8:30, guys. These are the timings, same timing, 7:30 p.m. to 8:30. Very suitable in summers, no issues, right? This would be the timing, guys, every day. And guys, what is more, finally, because we want to make you successful and make a career move, right? I told you guys, once you successfully complete this internship, you are going to get minimum 3 interview opportunities, right? But how you will get it? How to prepare for that, guys? In that scenario, guys, we are going to make you we are going to help you in job readiness, guys. So what are the job readiness activities from our side, guys? I'm going to talk about that. How to prepare for the job, guys. We will have a component regarding the interview preparation. So how to prepare for the interviews, that would be the sessions. Okay, how to prepare your resume building exercise would be there. Mock interviews would be there, guys. Okay, mock interviews. And obviously job opportunities, as I told you, we guarantee you 3 minimum interviews, guys. Okay, once you successfully submit your project work, once you successfully complete your internship, we guarantee you 3 minimum interviews, guys. Okay, Mahesh says I'm not familiar with most of these languages. That's what, guys, I'm telling. What Mahesh, I'm telling, we will prepare you, don't worry about it. You just need to be, you just need to be disciplined, you just need to be motivated. The rest of the things would be taken care by this internship program. Okay, so you don't have to worry, guys, that if you don't know, right? If you don't know, that's all okay, that's all normal, right? Guys, we have planned this program in such a way that we will teach you everything from scratch, and that will enable you to work on the given project, a real problem, guys, I'm telling you. Okay, and Apurva, we have successfully done these kind of a programs in last 1 year. So we know that how to prepare the people for for such opportunities. We have this, and you will really love that format actually. Now, guys, coming to the last 5 minutes regarding my a kind of a session, and then I'll be open up for the question answer sessions, guys. Guys, if you want to register for this internship, you want to join us, okay, this exciting opportunity, here is the registration link, guys. Here is the registration link. The registration is free of cost. It does not involve you to pay anything. The registration is free of cost, and I have registered, I have shared you the registration link, guys. You just have to go there and register yourself. Okay, so that we get your consent that you want to participate in this, you have an interest. Okay, as of now, it's a free of cost registration. Okay, guys, what about the eligibility? Anyone who wants to gain industry experience and make a career in AI, ML, and data science, this program is open for all. And guys, what about the fee? Let me talk about the fee, guys. Okay, the guys, a very important one. Guys, before I talk about the fee, let me tell you very clearly, the first week of this internship is completely free for all. The first week is completely free for all. So you don't have to worry during the registration process. Okay, guys, the first week, that is next week, is completely free for everyone who wants to join. Most welcome. Okay, and guys, if you want to continue later on, right, and you find this program interesting during the first week, right, and you find it worthy, right, then you guys have to pay 9,000 rupees only for entire 3 months long internship program. And guys, hold on, I have one thing more for you guys. We have EMI options available, zero interest EMI options available for you guys. The total cost is just 9,000. Okay, and guys, the first week is completely free. The first week is completely free. Okay, so that you can experience us, you can find that are you getting a real addition to your knowledge base. Okay, so guys, that's it. And now, guys, obviously, if you want to talk to our chief counselor, you can WhatsApp us, you can email us, he will give you a call. Okay, so guys, couple of details are there, so let me share these details with you. Our chief counselor Surinder would be available for you guys, okay, in case you want to get connect. Guys, that was from my side. That was from my side, guys. Okay, and now, guys, I open up the floor for Q&A session. Okay, before I take the questions from you guys, let me tell you, we will discuss the major project problem statement. Okay, on the first day, guys. On Monday, that would be the first day of session, guys. We are going to talk about what the real problem we are going to solve. Okay. So now I have a question from Wise. What is the age and education requirement? Age as such is no, kind of a eligibility criteria, Mr. Wise. But it's good if you are in your graduation. So maybe you are doing BSc, maybe you are doing BTech, maybe you are doing MSc, maybe you are doing MCA, maybe you are doing BBA, maybe you are doing MBA. Such kind of a background is good enough to come and join this internship. And 17 years is okay, right? So that means you are a school student, and we have we have students from the schools, guys, in the previous batches. Okay. Even the 9th class students have joined us, the 11th class students have joined us. Okay. So Dev Narayan is saying that what is your minimum placement package for the freshers? So Dev Narayan, this is a very subjective question, and it depends on the performance of the candidate. It depends on the company as well in which you got successful for the interview. So it depends company to company. It depends on your individual performance as well, guys. Dev Narayan, if you want to know more details, you can drop us an email, or you can call to the counselor. I gave you the number, right, Dave? So as of now, you think like that if you are performing well, okay, if you're performing well and if you are a fresher, you will get a very good opportunity, that I can guarantee you. You will not regret it. Okay. So now there is a next question from Mohammad Javed Akhtar. Will you teach us about CNN and natural language? I will teach ANN in greater detail, Javed, but I will take an introductory session on the CNN. Okay. And NLP, obviously, right? That is there. Harry is there. On an average, what is the placement package? That varies, Harry. Okay, in the past we have seen people getting a package of 3 lakh. We have seen in the past people getting a package of 5L. I'm talking about the freshers, guys, and even it goes up to 7. Okay, so it all depends on you as well as on the company in which you are applying. Harry. Akshita Juneja says, what modules you are gonna cover in Python? So Akshita, let me tell you what modules we are going to cover, guys, in Python, is starting from the data types. So guys, I'm talking about the Python coverage particularly, right? So because that's people are more interested. See, guys, I'm going to talk about the data types. Okay. We are going to talk about how to take input from the user. We are going to talk about the loops. Okay. We are going to talk about the if-else kind of mechanism. Okay. We are going to talk about the data structures that you use in Python, guys. List. Okay. Dictionaries, tuple. Okay. In the loop, guys, the for each loop or while loop. Okay. Then you talk about map, reduce, a lambda kind of a feature that tells functional programming. How come a Python is a functional programming? So that would be the case, guys. Okay. Then obviously the file handling is there. Okay. And we'll talk about how to use databases in Python. We'll talk about how to perform scrapping using Python and Selenium, right? So Selenium and all other things. So a lot of things are there. Almost it covers entire coverage, Akshita, in terms of Python. So you will really love it. Kirti says, what about the experience? Kirti, as I talk about, even in the past, even in the batches which are currently going on, we have people from Amazon, we have people from Qualcomm, we have people from Infosys, we have people from TCS, and these guys are preparing to make a switch to this new domain, actually, right? So there are people who has an experience of 20 years, and he was into operations. Now he wants to make a move into data science domain. There is a lady from a product based company, and that lady is into that technical training programs development for the employees, and now she wants to make a move to the data science domain. Okay, a lot of people are currently working as a data analyst position. Now they wants to become machine learning engineer. They are using they are taking these programs, this program, and we have a lot many people. And if you want to know more details around it, maybe you can give us a call. The counselor will talk to you and share more details with you, Kirti. Okay. Harsha says that could you mention the large companies which you were talking about? So when I say as a partner company with the FOSC, we have a couple of startups as well. We have the companies who are working out of India. They have their remote offices in India. The people are working in their remote offices. As of now, a lot of people are working remotely, work from home. Okay, and even we have companies from South, we have companies in the NCR region as well. I'm not going to disclose the list, but what I say you, right, that you are going to get minimum 3 interview opportunities. And no one is going to force you to join them, right? It's all your decision that where you want to go there, right? And yes, I can guarantee you the work environment, I can guarantee you the growth. That's all, very well curated, right? We are not going to partner any company, right? Any Tom, Dick, Harry company. We are not interested. Okay. So Mahesh Wag says after a free week, we can decide to continue or not. Yes, Mahesh, you got it correctly. After the first week is over, you can decide where you want to continue or not. It's all up to you. Okay. Okay, Junaid is saying, what kind of companies would be taking our interviews? So I told you, Junaid, these can be startups, these can be product-based companies, these can be service companies. Okay, these companies can be big companies. Okay, so and all of these companies, what we tell you, right? All details would be already shared with you, right? This is not something which we will tell you that okay, Junaid, wake up, okay, in middle of the night and you have an interview. No, we will give you all the details. Okay, and you can search about them on the public domain as well, and you will find the details clearly on the Google as well. Okay, Junaid. So Dave Narayan is saying if someone has a 2+ years gap in education, so there is any problem to be placed in any company. Dave Narayan, that can be a normal scenario nowadays. Looking to the job, getting into the job difficulties, right? So how you can fill this gap, uh, I think during this gap, if you can showcase some of the projects that you have built on your own, okay, that you have built your own, you were preparing, for something, and then you can list them and you can explain them very well. That way you can, cover this gap, Dave. Okay. देयर इज ए वन क्वेश्चन इन हिंदी, अभी मंडे से जो बैच स्टार्ट होगा इसके बाद कोई बैच नहीं है क्या? वी कीप ऑन फ्लोटिंग द न्यू बैचेस, सो एज ऑफ नाउ जो 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 फ्रेश बैच स्टार्ट हो रहा है वो मंडे से है. इफ यू वांट टू नो द डिटेल्स ऑफ द फ्यूचर बैचेस, यू कैन फॉलो अस ऑन द इंस्टाग्राम एंड देयर यू विल फाइंड ऑल द डिटेल्स. ओके. Okay. Now Bharat is a guy who says, sir, so many people say that you do not get much opportunities on ML and AI because companies take more people from IITs and NIITs. Bharat, this is not actually a true. Okay, because every company who is working in this domain, right, they have a team of people, right, and that's a pyramid, right? On top positions they can hire people from IITs and NITs, but everybody cannot be from IIT, right? How come a startup can afford a people hiring from IITs and PhD holders, right? And every company has all sort of people. The company has people from IITs, company has people from tier 2 colleges or tier 3 colleges, right? People having PhD degrees, people having just a diploma. All sort of people are hired by the companies, right? If you can rightly fit into their role, if you have a capability to fit in their role, right, job is for you. It doesn't matter where are you from, IITs or NIT, or just a normal college. We have seen, because I have been in the IT industry for last 20 years, right? I know we have come across all sort of people, even from IITs and even from a 3 tier, a normal college somewhere in Indore outskirts, or a normal college somewhere in Jaipur outskirts, or normal college somewhere in Coimbatore. Okay, all sort of people are getting the job opportunities if you have the right skills, if you have a right approach to get a job. Bharat. Okay. Now, there is a question from Adam Jain, says, which one would be better option, data science or machine learning, and what's the difference between data scientists and ML? So, Jaiden, both of these are actually, more or less the same area. Data science is an umbrella term which takes everything into account. So, analytics, ML, DL, data engineering, okay, all of big data, all of that comes under data science. When you talk about specifically machine learning, so you talk about the algorithms, right, that you can use to solve a problem. Okay, but the data science has a vast scenario, starting from data collection process, data cleaning process, data preparation process, feature engineering, and a data ingestion. All of these things are there. So machine learning can be seen as one part of the data science activities. Kirti says, how actually you are going to teach? I mean, like classroom. So, Kirti, I told you earlier that if I talk about a 1 week activity, okay, any 1 week activity, what I tell you, we will have 3 live sessions over the Zoom, the way we are doing right now, okay, and the 2 sessions on the Slack. These 2 sessions would be like mini project allocation, your assessment, okay, or sharing the kind of approaches and solutions to the code challenges that has been shared with you, the problem statement that has been shared with you. We will have a couple of webinar from the external guys as well. We will have a sessions on resume building as well. We will have sessions on interview preparation as well. But that's how roughly I can as of now tell you. Kirti. So there is a question in Hindi, sir, ye batch kab khatam hoga? It will take 3 months. So if we are starting from the March and then April, then close to May end, that you can talk about. Okay. So there is a guy, Krishna Patel, says, people like me who come from oil and gas industry having experience of 1.5 years can switch in the field of AI and ML easily. Okay, so it depends what kind of degree of, or what kind of education qualification you have, a Krishna. But as of I can tell you, the people from life sciences, people from BSc pharmacy, people from electronics, people from mechanical, people from civil have joined our internship, and they were successful actually. Okay, so it all depends, and I think it's a good opportunity where probably you can work on a data set related to oil and a gas industry, and that kind of a data set would be having access to you only because you come from that field, right? It's not easy for the people from the outer world to get access to such kind of a data set, or probably you closely understand what kind of problems they guys are facing and how come you can bring in AI component to solve them. So I think that way you can create your story and make him move to the mainstream AI ML opportunities. Krishna. Prakash Nath is saying, how many program languages did you teach? So obviously during the entire internship program, we primarily or heavily rely on Python only, Python only. Okay. Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Keras, Selenium, Dash, everything would be Python specific. Okay, Prakash. So we primarily stick to the Python only. Shashanka says, I missed the first half. That's okay, Shashanka. This session is available on the YouTube as well, and this session is available, is recorded. So we will share a recording with you as well. Okay. Fabin George is saying, what all programming languages we are going to use? As of now, Fabin, we are going to use Python. Along with the Python, we will use modules like Pandas, the NumPy, the Dash, the Selenium, right? The SQLite 3, the SQL, a lot of these modules that I talked about during the webinar. Okay, but primarily it's Python as a coding language. Okay. Leela Vardhan is saying, is it online training or any possibility for offline? As of now, it's completely online. It's a completely work from home opportunity for all of you guys. Okay. And yes, Leela, we will send you all the details related to this program over the mail or WhatsApp as well. Leela. Okay. Yeah. Now, Harry is there. I was so excited for projects and I want to tell my friends about this internship. So can explain any real-time project we are going to perform. That you have to wait and join us on Monday, Harry. I will talk about in greater details what problem statement it, and I will chart out the complete solution architecture for it as well. As I told you, this problem is from an e-commerce domain, and we are going to use machine learning and AI to classify the customer reviews, what kind of reviews customers are writing, right? Whether it's a positive review or negative review. That's the high level overview of that real world project, but it involves a lot of other, details as well. We are going to talk about them on Monday. Harry. Shashanka, this one is completely online, right? This one is completely online program. Ivan Bahaddin Akbar is saying, how about other country? I just clicked the link to register, but got trouble to fill the hometown state because I'm not from India. I can understand that, Ivan, and I'm sorry for that you experienced that problem, because that page has been particularly designed for our Indian participants only. But you are not the first one to join us, actually, right? People from other South Asian countries, people from South America, people from Canada, people from European countries, they join us. Even right now, there is a guy from Ecuador, there is a guy from Sri Lanka, there is a guy from Germany. People are there, Ivan, or I can say Akbar. Okay. Pragya Sarma has a question. I have learned about Java and Android development. So is there any advantage of using these courses in your internship if I will join? As of now, we are not going to do anything on Android and Java during this internship program. But if you already know these things, I think they are good addition to your resume, Pragya. And what additional you can do now that you should have ML and AI skills. And if you have those skills, you can always integrate those kind of concepts and learnings in the Java and Android as well. So that would be extension, actually, right? So it will further broaden up the opportunities for you, actually. Imran Munshi says, do we get support even after it take 1 year for us to perfect in the field? As some of the candidate might be working, it would be time taking for candidates to do the internship while working. Imran, that may happen, and that's why we keep the recordings of the every sessions. We share the recording of every session with you. In case you miss the live session, we will share the recordings. In fact, you will have access to the drive, and in that drive will have all the recordings, the codes, the data files, everything would be there, and you will have access to it. Okay. And yes, sometimes people come to us even after 1 year. They need a recommendation letter, or they need some other help as well. So we are open for that, Imran. Okay. Vijay Raghavan says, how is the course and internship divided? Actually, Vijay, they are not divided. How come we are trying to execute it? It's a kind of an interlaced. Okay, so the time that you learn, immediately we implement it. So the learning and a project development are going hand in hand, actually, Vijay. Right? It's not something like that. First, we will teach you everything and then you work on the project. No, that's approach we are not taking. Not taking at all. From the day one, you start working on the project. And that's why on the day one itself, we discuss you the problem statement in greater details. And then we pick up what is needed to achieve that. Okay, then Rishita says, what if we have no experience? That's okay, Rishita, right? Even if you are an undergraduate student, you are a fresher, you're joining for the exposure only, right? So even if you have no experience, this is the right opportunity for you to get experience, to get exposure. And that's why this program has been designed for the people like you as well. So even if you have no idea what's going on, that's okay. If you are sincere, if you're motivated, if you are disciplined, you will get it. That's how the program has been designed, and that's how we will take you forward. So don't worry on that front. And you will experience that in the first week itself. And then you decide. Why to make up a mind right now? पहले join करो and then decide. Joining का तो अभी कुछ पैसा लग नहीं रहा है. It's free, right? The first week is completely free. Okay. So Chinmay, yes, Monday to Friday, but the first 3 days live sessions. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we have a live sessions. Thursday and Friday would be on Slack. Chinmay. Bhargav says, where is your company head office? We are based out of Jaipur, a capital city of Rajasthan, a western state in India. Bhargav. Vijay Raghavan says, is experienced professional in different domain considered as a fresher in data science, ML, and AI after finishing this course and internship? To be very frank, Vijay, this is the reality. If you come from a different domain, even though you have a 10 years of experience in something, if you come and join this kind of a domain, you would be sort of considered as a fresher. But what is important that no one can take you the kind of a domain knowledge you have. If you have a right domain knowledge, right, you can very well use that once you have the data science and machine learning skills with you. So whenever you're joining a new company in this domain, they will always value your domain skill, right? It may be a non-technical domain, as knowledge. It may be a technical domain knowledge. You can very well integrate that, and that's where you can, negotiate with them in terms of the salaries and packages. Vijay. Nitin says, am I eligible? I'm in TE. What do you mean by TE, Nitin? I'm sorry. As I told, right, any undergraduate student, any high school student, any industry person can join it. Okay. Dave Narayan says, really very appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dave. Arvind Gupta says, how to prepare for software skills for the interview after completion of the internship. So we will do a software skill preparation or interview preparation before the completion of the internship, Arvind. So interview preparation or job readiness preparation is a part of the internship, not after the internship, actually, right? Akshay Ghatage, I'm sorry, is saying, I'm a master's student. But in your resume, what's more important? The kind of a work you have done, right? So if you can correctly showcase this project in your resume that I tell you, it is going to be a very, very strong addition to your resume, and it will make you stand out. That I can guarantee you. Once you listen to the project details on Monday, you will really love it. Right? So if you have a good knowledge of ML and DL, I think that will really help you in implementation of this project. That will really help you in the implementing. And maybe on top of what we are doing here, maybe you can add a couple of more features on that if you already know the ML and DL part. Okay, now guys, Akshita Juneja, will you guys be covering SMTP Live and other libraries under Python? No, Akshita, we are not going to cover them. What libraries and module we are going to cover, I already listed down: Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Dash, Selenium, SQLite 3, right? And Scikit-learn, the Keras, right? These, not the ones you are inquiring about, Akshita. Pragya says, will you teach about data structures also? The data structures which are part of the Python, coding language. So, we'll see how to manage your data using list, how to manage your data using dictionary, how to manage your data using tuple, how to manage your data using set. Okay, how to manage your data if you have a data in a flat file system, how to manage your data if you have a data in a database. Okay, so those things would be there, but I think you are looking for data structures like that is stack and all those things, not here. Arvind Gupta has a question. Sir, I'm preparing for data analyst and I have already completed machine learning, deep learning, Python, SQL, but I don't know SQL and Excel. So this internship would be beneficial for me. So if you already completed ML and DL and Python, Arvind, it would be my next question would be that what projects you have done if you know ML and DL, right? Can you list down those kind of projects in an email to us, and probably that will be a better scenario where I can respond back to you, Arvind, right? But as of now, yes, SQL is part of this project, so SQL would be there. We would be using SQLite 3 as well. The Excel is not there, right? So instead of Excel, what we focus on, Arvind, we focus on Power BI and Tableau for visualizations and reportings, not Excel, Arvind. Rudra Patel says, will it be advantage for me if I know the very basic Python? It would be advantage for you, Rudra, to pick up soon. But I think it's good if you come with an open mindset to learn everything from the basic, from the ground. You will really love that approach. Okay, but if you already some good knowledge around Python, that's added, added thing to you, Rudra, and that way you can really work on the code challenges. So if other people who are very new to the Python, they are just solving one code challenge, maybe you can solve 2 or 3 code challenges. So that way it will give you more confidence, right? Avi is saying, is this course or internship totally online? Yes, it's a totally online, Avi, and it's a primary language that we use for the project implementation is Python. You're right. Bharat Dhanush is saying, Barad, okay, Barad Dhanush says, if I want to create an app like Facebook, Insta, Twitter, WhatsApp, which language is used for creating an app like this, like Java, PHP, Python? I think it's not important which language is used, Barad. It's more about how you design such languages, right? What kind of design patterns you use, how you find what are the different actors in designing such applications, what are the different modules, what would be the communication protocol that you would be using, how come the client server communication will happen, Barad. It's not about whether you implement it in Java or PHP or a .NET or a C#. It's not like that, right? These applications are not relied on Java or a Python or a PHP. These applications are working on such a large scale because of the design they have got in the backend, the kind of architecture they have been using, and that's why they are serving millions of people every second. That's more important, Thanos, right? Rudra says, does the basic knowledge would help me in ML and data science? Sure, why not? Nitin Soiwal says third year. That's a perfect year for you, Nitin, to prepare for placements, and this internship will help you in that. Okay, Rudra, I have answered your question, right? Bharat, Dhanush, I have already replied your question, just took it, okay. Bhargav says, sir, in DS, ML and AI companies available in Ahmedabad, I listed somewhere only Bangalore is good for AI, ML and data science. As of now, Bhargav, do teen cheezein. Let me tell you a couple of things around that. Ahmedabad is a growing city, right? Ahmedabad, Surat, Rajkot, these are the growing cities. And obviously in future, they will have more companies, right? And they will have such openings as well. That's the one thing. But why to limit yourself to Ahmedabad or to a Bangalore? After the COVID, the companies are working in a very different format. Companies are now looking for remote people, right? There is a US company, right? And for that US company, you can work remotely. You can work from home. People from India, people from other parts of the globe, they are working for US companies. There is a company in Bangalore. you can work from even from a small town in Rajasthan, and that's what is going on. People are interested, companies are interested in hiring the remote resources now, right? And if you know how to work in that kind of a setup, right, that obviously you need a mindset for that, right? So location is nowadays a no challenge at all, not for the people, not for the companies as well. And Bhargav, this is going to be the future, I can tell you, right? And as of now, after the COVID, almost a lot of people I know who were working in Bangalore, now they guys are all settled in their hometowns. They are working remotely, right? And companies are finding this approach very good. They have a reduced infrastructure cost, they have a reduced rentals, okay, they have a reduced cost of tea and coffee, expenses, the mass expenses. Companies are finding it good. And yes, this is going to be one of the kind of a main activity in the future IT companies hiring process. Bhargav. Then Risita says, is a C and Python same? No, Risita, they are different, completely different programming languages. Okay. Bilal Chaudhary is there. Sir, I'm a medical student and I want to learn coding so I can earn money. I have started with Python. And is it right decision or should I start with another language? Please suggest me that would be better to start with. I think if you are a beginner and if you have a coding experience prior to it, Bilal, going with the Python is the perfect choice for you. Good luck to you, Bilal. Pawan Sharma says, I don't know Python. Will you teach from the basic of Python? Yes, we will start from ground zero, Pawan. We will start from ground zero. Don't worry. Okay. A Realme 5i, sir, I'm a first year BSc CS student. So am I eligible for this internship? Why? Why not Realme? Yeah, this is a good opportunity, right? If you get such kind of exposure in the first year itself, right, that will open up your mind. And once your first year is like so exciting, your rest of the years as a CS student, right, are going to be fantastic. You will have a well planned strategies for every year if you go through this kind of internship in the first year itself, really, right? Prakash Nath says, sir, which program language Sophia has been made? I think they have been using a mix of a lot of languages. Python is one of them, Prakash. Rishita says, is C required to learn Python? No, Rishita. No, not at all. अगर तुम्हें कुछ भी प्रोग्रामिंग का एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है तो कोई बात नहीं. पाइथन इजी टू पिकअप लैंग्वेज है और बहुत आसानी से आप पिकअप कर सकते हो. देयर इज नो प्री कंडीशन की सी आएगी तो ही. हमारा एजुकेशन सिस्टम इस तरीके से बन गया है. द एकेडमिक्स हैज बीन डिजाइन इन सच अ वे कि जैसे तुम फर्स्ट ईयर में आते हो किसी भी टेक्निकल प्रोग्राम में, दे विल ऑफर यू द सी प्रोग्रामिंग, राइट? And then sometimes the way the people teach C programming, right, the way the people teach C programming, right, scares people, scares students that they can't do the coding, right? The way the teachers teach in academic setup, the C programming, वो बच्चा लगता है यार ये तो मैं कभी सीख ही नहीं पाऊंगा. That's not the case, Rishita. You can very well learn Python without going for C programming. Shilpa, we will cover the supervised machine learning part in great details. We will go for regression. We will go for classification. We will go for NLP. We will understand what is vectorization. We will understand how to use, text data, right? And how to vectorize it, how to build a model, how to train it, how to fine tune it, how to save it as a pickle file or something, some other format, how to recreate it on the other machine. Okay, all those things are there part of the ML part. And in the DL, we are going to cover the ANN part in great details, how the neural networks work, okay, and how the back propagation happens, and how to solve a problem actually, right? How to feed the data, how to solve a business problem, using all these things. That is more important. Shilpa, did you get it? Okay. Any other questions, guys? I'm done. No more questions left for me. Any other questions, guys? Guys, would you like to share some feedback on today's webinar? How do you find it, please? Would you like to say something on that, guys? I'm open for that feedback. Any comment, any suggestion, any feedback? Most welcome, please. Bharat Dhanush says it was amazing session, sir. So guys, I again share the registration link in case you missed it. Mani says it was useful. Thank you, Mani. Jessica says very excited to learn. Sheikh Almaz says nice. Avi says it's really impressive, sir. Thank you, Avi. Welcome. Yeah, Dhanush, thank you. Yeah, Abhishek, thank you. Abhishek Bore says it was really great session, sir. Thank you. Shilpa says whether SQL is used for DS to get the data from database. Yes, if a database is a relational database, Shilpa, then SQL is used. If a NoSQL database like Mongo is used, then SQL is not used. There are other approaches to get the data from database. But if it is a relational, obviously SQL is there. Osman says amazing. It was a lovely experience, sir. Pavan Kumar says it's really super nice. Thank you, Pavan. Pavan Sharma says thank you for the important time. Bhargav says very good session. I will join from Monday. Thank you. Devasi's Kadangna, I'm sorry, says very good conversation with you, sir. Prakash Nath says it's a fabulous webinar. Akshay says it will be helpful session. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your comments and feedback. So, guys, see you on Monday then. If you have still any question, I'm open for that. Okay. Shilpa says good session. I'll join from Monday. That's good. Siddhant says this was a good kickstart session to begin with internship. So thank you, Siddhant. Siddhant is a guy who has already joined us, guys. Okay, who has already joined us. He has decided to go with us already, so he has already registered for the program, even paid the fees and everything. Siddhant, he was such a, excited about this program to start. So he talked to our counselor even before this webinar, actually, right? Amit says, I learned a lot. Thank you. Dhanush says, even I'm also coming on Monday. Thank you, Dhanush. Welcome. We are waiting. So, guys, that's it for today. And, guys, see you on Monday evening, 7:30, same time. And there we are going to discuss the problem statement, the major project that we are going to work during this entire 3 months program, and other details as well. And we'll do the onboarding or the Slack as well. So how to use Slack, that would be there. That would be a session. So guys, stay tuned, and bye bye, guys. Take care. Thank you for your time. See you guys on Monday.